Hi, I'm Dan LeMay, the instructor for the Sixes course you signed up for this fall, and I thought I'd take a minute and make this video to show you what to do each week, or perhaps even just the week one, because that's what I'm going to focus on. And I'll add some other stuff into this too. I don't usually do a what to do each week, but I'm going to show you a document that you can look at and see what to do each week. Okay, so let me get it up, set this up so you can see your screen. Share my screen. Here we go. So I'm in here at Canvas. I'm on the front page of Canvas. I logged on. Um, if you don't see your name here, yeah, I'm in here as a temporary student, so that's why it's not saying Dan LeMay. But if it says that, it means you're logged in. If it doesn't say that, you're probably not. The best way to do that is to go to, this is what I do every time I log in here. And I want to do a new incognito window, but not signed into anything. I'll go to portal.bsc.edu and I'll sign in here. You know, you got to do sign in, looks for your password and all that. And then you got to sign in with that Duo app, right? So make sure you have that set up, and it's somebody from CCV can help you. They'd be more up to speed tech, but I mean, probably if you took a course like the summer, you learned how to use that Duo app anyways. It's pretty easy. I mean, security, I understand. So anyways, this gets me logged in this way. I know I'm logged in and no issues going on there. Okay. So yeah, so here I'm. So what to do each week? Well, one thing before I leave this page is this is my link to my calendar where you can schedule live time with me. I often, many semesters, I'll have one or two people show up every week and looking for some help with stuff, and that's fine. What we'll do during that time is, look at the issues you're having, the problems you're having, and then I'll help you do some of the online homework if you want. I mean, if you have me do all your online homework for you, that's not going to bode well for the quizzes and exams. So you want to try some of it on your own. But if you get stuck, and you just can't figure it out, grab some time with me. 10, 20 minutes with me live. Say you shave 2 hours off of struggling on your own. So use me. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you. I find I don't get frustrated with it, but I'm always wondering when people are tanking the course and they don't reach out for help. I don't understand that. So please, I'm here to use me, and I want you to use me. Okay. Now, if my times don't work for you, you need some help. This, where is it? Tutoring.com. Yeah, here it is. They have 24/7 help. I wouldn't go use them. I don't know if you can leave questions there. I don't know if that's the best use of that service. I mean, use this service for live help. If you have questions, the best place to ask that is here in the discussion forums. Okay, and I'm going to show you a couple other ways you can ask questions. Okay, so that's enough of that about getting help. So what I'm going to do is go to modules. Now you can click on that link; it'll take you to the modules. The course modules will take it to you. I often just do this. In fact, usually I just do this. And then what I'm hoping you've already done is you've checked out things to do before 9/5 and then week 0 thing. Make sure you go check that out. Post the introduction in the forum. Just to, tell us who you are, why you're here, what are you majoring in, and anything else. You'll see my example. I've already done that. Then there's this water cooler. This is not something I'll probably look at for responses, but some things that will help you understand what I do with a course. Okay. Then you want to do this first day of class quiz. Now you can have as many attempts as you want. I show you what I think the right answers are right after your first attempt. You just retake it. This is just to make it very clear that there's a limited time where you can get all your money back, drop the class, get all your money back, drop the class and not have anything show up, drop the class and just get a W, or after a certain period of time, you get the grade you earn. So if you're tanking it and you wait till week 9 to drop the course, you're going to get the grade. You get it. There's nothing that can be done with that. So pay attention to that. I hope you don't drop the course. I hope you're successful. I want you to be here. You should be able to do this. This is a great course. Everybody ought to take statistics, whether it's me or what. But so what do you got to do here? So this should be all open to you. I get some links to here's the answers. This is the starred exercise answers in the textbook. I'll talk about that in a minute. There's some summary worksheet answers. There's some tables separately we'll do some table work. It's there, and then there's some sections in the book you'll see that now it's your turn. Well, these are the answers to the now it's your turn. Make sure to read that FAQ. If you haven't done this yet, go read about books. Go get yourself registered out of WebAssign. You don't have to do this, but you can also get yourself registered out of MyOpenMath. This is from some optional practice out of context. And here are videos on how to do that. And then there's just what to do each week. This is where I'm going to have this video. I'll post that up. This is my one I did a couple summers ago, couple semesters ago. So I guess I should update that, which is why I'm making this video. Okay. So anyways, let's go back to modules and come back here. So do that first day quiz. Now, as soon as you do that, week 1 will open up. Well, there's a caveat with that. What I do in this course is I open up the next week. The weeks run Tuesday through Monday. And usually what I'll do is on the Saturday before the week opens, I'll have it open for you. So there's Saturday before it starts, I'll have the week open. So week 1 will open up on September 2nd, Saturday, September 2nd. The course starts on September 5th. And then week 2 will open up on, you'll see it here. Week 2 will open up on let's see, a week from the 2nd. So on the 9th, on September 9th, week 2 will open up. So it would behoove you not to wait to the last minute to do stuff. So what do you have to do? Well, each week I have this week 1 overview, or weekly overview. And I'll tell you what exactly you have to do. If there's a quiz, that's what assessment of prior learning means. It's a quiz. And the reason I word it this way, it's always about previous work. It's never the new stuff. Okay, so next week in week 2, you'll have a quiz that'll cover week 1 work, or chapter 1 work. It won't cover chapter 2 work. Okay, so that's why I call it that. Now, then what I'll usually say, what are we watching? And the reason I wanted to stress about the previous work is what I would do is my advice is to get the new work done each week, and then as soon as that course opens up on Friday, or as soon as you get to it, go do the quiz. Don't go, because that's a big point grade. That's a 50-point grade. It's a big impact, a big effect on your grade. Then you can go do the new stuff, and that's yes, that has a big effect on your grade also, but it's a small point value each week. So do as well as you can in the quizzes. Usually you have 2 attempts in the quizzes. Some of the WebAssign quizzes you have 3 attempts. Ones here in Canvas, usually it's a 1 set of questions. You don't have a second chance, because that's stuff I have to grade by hand. Okay, not always, and usually most of your quizzes are out of WebAssign. But I'm trying to get you ready for the tests, and the tests have some parts where you got to show me some work and explain stuff, and along with a WebAssign portion, usually a 2-part thing. Okay, so we're covering week 1 this week. Now, the great thing about Dr. Stevens, and if you've it's materials, and if you've already watched the about buying books video, you'll know you've heard this before. So what the textbook here, let me pull up the textbook copy, the PDF copy of the textbook. Here's chapter 1. There's not much writing space like to take notes on, but that's because it's the content. This is mostly just definitions, that kind of thing. But you see these your turns, so here's a your turn question that you can certainly try. You don't have to. I don't collect this. You're not going to get a grade for doing that exact work, but it'll help you learn the material. And that's when I went back to that. Let me go back to the modules. Detail the your turn solutions. That's where you can check your answers with those your turn problems. Okay, just to see if you catching it, getting it. Okay, and then we scroll on down through. You do this. Now, what if reading a textbook isn't your thing? Well, Dr. Stevens has I usually have a link right here. I don't have that ready for you yet. I'm sorry. But oh, right here. Here's his videos, and it should open up a new website. Oh, I guess I got to fix this too, don't I? Let me get there. This you look at the new one. Okay, so here's where his new website is, and here's his video lectures by chapter. And chapter 1, and you see he made a video for each of the sections. And what he does is he just walks you through the textbook. And it's good to hear. He wrote the book. It's worth your time to go check this stuff out. He even walks you through the answers to the summary worksheet. So let's talk about that. So you're going through all these sections, watching Dr. Stevens' videos or not. And then you're going to come down to these summary worksheets. As soon as we get there, come on, scrolling. Oh, I guess you can click on this, can't I? All right, so here's the summary worksheets. These are some more practice problems. There's a check. He also, I have answers to summary worksheets here. Detailed solutions, summary worksheets. Dr. Stevens also has a video walkthrough of the summary worksheets. Okay, so more than one way to check your answers. Okay, then comes up the problem sets. And these are textbook-based problems. Anything with an asterisk next to it has the answers in the back of the textbook. Detailed solution of selected problems. Now, if sometimes it used to be the ebook out of WebAssign didn't have that. So, and I still don't know if it does. But what I did is I put that right here. Think Stevens, think, do, selected answers. So that has the explanations, the answers and the explanations for these asterisk exercises. Okay. Now, the reason why it's important. Now, people, again, this is not anything I'm going to grade. You're not going to get any points for doing this work, but what it'll do for you, it'll give you some familiarity with material. And then when you go to do the graded stuff, you're going to be able to refer to this because usually they're just variations of this. Sometimes I'll do the unstarred exercises or versions of the unstarred exercises, but not often. I'm trying to get some learning out of that. Truthfully, I'll usually do quizzes off those unstarred exercises. Okay, so what do we got here? I got a PDF. Some of you might be waiting on a textbook if you chose to order the paper textbook. Again, go watch that books video if you haven't yet. Books video is frequently asked questions, books. Okay, and then I've got a video here about how do you get WebAssign, how do you get the textbook, save yourself some money. Let me come back here. Okay, so there's the PDF. So then what you're going to do for grade, now once you've done all, watched the videos, read the textbook, did some practice, if you go out to WebAssign, unfortunately it's not, WebAssign, Cengage, CCB Canvas doesn't talk well to each other. At least they haven't. I didn't explore it. Linking it this semester. It tends to be not too different. So what you're going to do is you're going to go out, sign into your WebAssign account. And there's, again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you haven't done that yet, go read the books, go check out the books. And then in the frequently asked questions, I've got this registering out of WebAssign. Tells you what you need to do, and there's a video about how to do it. Okay. And that costs money. That's a required purchase. I'm sorry. You'll see, but go watch my video about the different options to save yourself some money or get there. So for week 1, there's this problem set right here. When I click on it, you get to try this as many times as you'd like. And you got to try all the questions. And if you get at least a 70%, so this looks like there's 13 questions in this homework. If you try them all, get at least a 20%, I'm going to write this in as a full credit grade in Canvas. The reason I do full credit for 70%, sometimes you have the right answer, you just didn't input it in a way that the software, that the code and backs of this website understands. Very frustrating when that happens. Okay, so that's why I do that. This assignment will open up on Saturday the 2nd, and it'll be due at midnight. It'll be due at midnight Monday night. Did I say February 2nd? It's September 2nd, and it'll be due at midnight Monday night, September 11th. Okay. And so you'll see it's just variations of what's in the textbook. I mean, you see this problem? Let's go look in the textbook. Sample high school seniors, high school seniors. See, so it's a very similar question, and that happens a lot. So that's why I'm telling you, do these starred exercises. There's a starred exercise. They don't have the rest here. So how do you know if you're doing those right? Well, hold that thought for a minute. Okay, so that's WebAssign, and you're going to get to repeat it, try it as many times to get the grade you want. I mean, 100% is great. That helps you make sure you're doing the work right, and you'll do well in the quizzes and tests. Okay, now the other thing you can do, once you get that done, if you want to go do some extra other online practice, MyOpenMath is a free service that's available. I've used it for many years. For better or worse, it's okay. I mean, again, try them all, get a 70%, and I'll write in a full credit grade. Now, this isn't an extra grade, this extra credit, this is an extra grade. So it can make a low grade worth a little less if you do these. The other thing I think is good about it is that it just gives you practice in a different context. Because I am going to ask quiz and test questions that are in a different context than MyOpenMath, or than ThinkDo, the textbook. So what I've got done here is so these 3 chapters are what's going to be covered in exam 1. And exam 1's going to happen on Tuesday, February, I'll get it out here someday, September 26th. Okay, so that's why all of these assignments, if you choose to do them, or you only want to do one of them, you can even do these and not finish them and not worry about the extra points just to get some practice to something that's giving you a hard time. These are problems that are related to the content. Let's look at chapter 1 here. So there's 32 problems in this. It's a long one. Of course, there's a lot of material in chapter 1. So actually, I think this is chapter 1 and chapter 2 together. I got to go edit this. Let me come back here. Let's go look what I have in chapter 2. This is probably 13 questions because it's 100. Sometimes there's 13 questions. Sometimes I have them worth 1 point. Sometimes I have them worth 10 points. 10 points doesn't matter. I mean, the point value for each question doesn't matter. The whole assignment is worth 10 points in Canvas. You do that 70%. Okay. So, and then now what if you're running short on time in week 1 here? You just don't have time, and you want to do the MyOpenMath stuff, but you just didn't have time. That's fine. Do it anytime before Monday, March 20, or why do I like March? September 25th. And you can get their credits for it. You might have to. What I'll do is I'll have to hand transfer this grade into Canvas, just like WebAssign. I have to hand transfer WebAssign grades into Canvas. I usually do that Tuesday mornings. Sometimes I'm running short on time, and I won't. It'll be a little later. Okay, but so if a couple days goes by and the Canvas grade's not updated, send me an email, give me a nag, because things happen, right? Sometimes I'm spacey. I keep calling September, March, All right, so you got how to learn it, what to do to get the practice, and then you get these discussion forum posts to make. And there's 2 of them each week. I get 2 separate posts. The reason I have 2 separate posts is I like to get people started in the coursework before Monday night. So your first discussion forum post is due Saturday night at midnight. You miss that deadline, I give you a 0. Okay, so you got to have it in there. And then the second discussion forum post is due on Monday night at the end of the course. You can do both of these before Saturday night if you want. You can't do the Saturday night one after Saturday night, right? Because once a deadline's gone over, you're talking in an empty room. So what I did this semester is I thought I put it this year. So Here's one thing right there. I see I got to change that. I got 9/11. So how to get some math online? There's a web page that'll do that. I also have an example of what makes a good discussion post, and I'm going to make sure that's here. I know I have it um, in the well, I think I have it. No, I remember making the page. Posted here. I don't know. No. Well, I know I made the page. I got to make it available for you. Okay. So there's that. And then so we talked about discussion forum posts. Um, yeah, so for week one, that's all you gotta do. Go learn the new stuff, get some practice. You can do those start exercises if you want. I would recommend it, but you don't have to. I understand. Especially if something's really easy, why would you want to? Um, but that's the option. And then do the website, do the math if you want, and then do the discussion forum post, and then you're done. Get that done, and then get it done before the weekend of the second, Labor Day weekend, isn't it? Then I'll open up week two for you, and you can get that done maybe before week two even starts. Set yourself up to a pattern of success. You're not waiting until the last minute. Deadlines don't help learning, right? I hear people say, "Oh, we're good under pressure." Online learning, when you're stressed and the time stresses, not good. I've been there, done that. Sometimes life does that to us, right? All right, so I guess that's it. Remember, you can get some help. You can get some help from me here live. You can ask for help in the discussion forum post, and that's something I did. You can ask for help in the discussion forum post. Tell me I don't know what I'm doing on this problem. Here's what I've tried, or maybe you don't know what you're doing. You can't even get started. Um, one of us say, I'm not the only one that can help you. Classmates can help you too, and then your peers can help you, and they earn points for helping you. Um, don't ask questions about quiz items or test items, okay? In the discussion forums, email me those. You can also ask them while I'm at this, talking about asking for help. Here in Canvas, let's see. Let's say I'm in here as a student, right? Forums, private messages. I don't know how to do this. Here's a way to do it. Well, maybe it's in the homework here. Let me open up the homework. Ask your teacher. So if you do this and send me, said, hey, I tried this, I didn't know what I was doing with it, or I think it's this one, why is that false, or why is that wrong? Then you can send it to me, and I'll get an alert next time I log in into communications, and I'll say, oh, this person asked this question. And I'll respond, yeah, it's great. If it's about homework, I would go ask your question here in the discussion forums. That way you earn points for it. If you ask me here, I can't give you any points for it. In fact, what I'll probably do with the homework, if it's pertinent to everybody else, I'll answer you here, but then I'll copy paste this work into the discussion forums. I'll be anonymous about it. I'll say a student asked me this, and I won't ask your name. I won't say that Joe Fatabucci ask a question. Okay, that's my pseudonym I use when I'm logging these places as students. All right, I think this video is getting awful long. Let me, so you can ask for help here, I said. You can also go ask for help here in MyOpen Math. I'll be honest with you though, folks, I don't often, I don't check MyOpen Math, nor do I check WebAssign on a daily basis. So if you ask something here, it might be a couple, 3 days before I get back to you. That's why I ask discussion forums to get a faster response. With a quiz question, you can ask me the questions here. You can also email me. Like I said, ask via email. Okay, I want to see some work where they do that. Well, if you can do it, if you can do the work, start it. Show me some work. Okay, and then of course eTutoring or tutoring.com is another available source of help. Okay, all right. I guess this is long enough video. Let me stop my share. All right. So hope to see you. Hope to see your face at least. But I understand if you don't. People do really well that never interact with me through Zoom. They just interact a lot with the forums. And really, that's the key to being successful is don't procrastinate and interact. Okay. If you're out there on your own, nothing I can do to help you improve. Right. You gotta reach out to me. People say I have new online instructors ask me, um, why is it important for students to interact with the instructor? And the reason it's important is because I get to know your work, I get to see what you can do, and if things change, when I see when students don't interact with me much, um, and all of a sudden your work changes really good to really good, I'm questioning, are they still doing the work or is it somebody else? Um, I don't know. I don't. I've owned them a couple of times. I've known that for sure, and I had to do the disciplinary write up, the honest academic honesty write up. I'd rather not do that. That takes a lot of time. Um, but I'm not. I'm going to hold people accountable if I think you're doing it. Photo math doesn't help too much. Those kind of solvers don't help too much with statistics. So I'm not so worried about that. I'm going to be one thing you're going to see, one difference between you're going to see with my videos, because I'll usually make my videos available too, and that what to do each week is that I'm going to focus more on using online tools, applets, not so much on formulas. Dr. Stevens does a great job working the formulas, and I don't see the need to have to do that. And honestly, after a certain point, I'm more concerned about you understanding the results rather than being able to crunch the numbers. Because once you leave this course, you're never going to crunch the numbers again. Okay, but you will have to understand what's happening with them. So anyways, long enough video. Give me a yell if you need some help. I hope I was coherent.